The lake where I sail has two distinct parts. There's the north end and the south end. The north end is kind of wide open. It's more hills than mountains. There's no trees. It's very brown. It's mostly grassland, and it's also the shallowest part of the lake, which means that there's a ton more of the Eurasian milfoil floating around. So, if you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen a ton of me sailing on the south end of the lake, and there's a bunch of reasons for that. It's the deepest part of the lake at 136 feet. There's more trees, it's closer to the mountains, it's greener, it has interesting shoreline and rocks and cliffs. And then there's this. It's stunningly beautiful. So I really enjoy sailing on the south end of the lake, and I spend most of my time when I'm sailing down on the south end. And so most of my tracks look like this, or maybe like this. But every once in a while, I head up to the north end. And so that's what I wanted to show you today. So right now, I'm basically facing south. I'm sailing toward the south. You can see the mountains there in the background, but from the north end of the lake. The reservoir itself sits at 8,601 feet above sea level, so the mountains that you're seeing around the lake are in the 9 to 10,000 foot range. The tallest mountain in the area is Stoll Mountain, which is over 10,800 feet tall. So right there you can see the leading edge of the mainsail luffing a little bit. That's called backwinding, and it happens when the slot between the mainsail and the headsail is too narrow or closed. So I either need to pull in my mainsail or let out my jib to widen the slot and eliminate the backwinding. Sometimes it's useful to ease the mainsail and backwind it a little bit. It depowers the mainsail and reduces heeling, which can keep the boat in balance in heavier air. But in this case, the winds are light, so it's just a lack of attention and poor sail trim. So on this end of the lake, typically there's a bunch of traffic. So this is, the more shallow end is kind of where the fishermen tend to congregate. And so that's another reason why I spend a lot of time on the south end of the lake. But, today it wasn't too bad. It was a Sunday. There I'm checking to see if there's any milfoil on my rudder. Um, so yeah, that's a common problem, a recurring problem on the north end of the lake. Is you just, either the centerboard or the rudder picks up milfoil. And so, I get my boat hook out, and on the rudder it's not too bad. You can just kind of push it down, and then the speed of the boat, it drifts off. So then I figured, well, I should probably pull up my center board so I don't snag any of it on the center board. So I pull it up a little bit to angle it back, hoping that that'll keep it from attaching to the center board and getting caught down there. Wind picking up a little bit. So one other boat out there, fisherman. And so you can see the shoreline on the north end It's brown, it's grassy, you don't have the big cliffs and the kind of the taller mountains close to shore. So it's just more wide open, which makes the winds kind of interesting. They're more consistent as far as like the direction changes. You get more of the direction changes on the south end. On the north end, it's a more consistent direction, but the variation between like the lulls and the gusts can be kind of extreme on the north end compared to the south end. I guess because nothing's blocking the wind on the north end. Basically the north end faces a big valley. It's the Valley of South Park in Colorado. So the wind, especially when it's coming from the north, it just blows through that valley and then right down the lake. Of course, on this day the winds are coming from the south. All right, well, I hope you enjoy that, and as always, thanks for watching.